Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to a long overdue video. I said last time that I will be making more regular content. However, due to the recent lockdown and also mental health issues, I had to take a break. But I just realized that I shouldn't be hard on myself because YouTube is a platform where I share my thoughts and views, but I'm not forced to commit to a certain schedule. So, without further ado, let's jump in to the perceptions that have changed because of COVID 19 and the lockdown. The first perception that has changed because of the lockdown is how we greet each other. Although not everyone shakes hands or hugs, it is a common practice here in the West and also in many cultures to shake hands and hug. Like this has changed as people found new ways in order to do more socially distanced ways of showing greeting and affection to one another. What this lockdown, this pandemic ushered is the shift from the reality in the real world to a reality in the virtual world. Spaces like Zoom and Skype have become platforms for people to interact, communicate, and do business. There is a shift from businesses that are in person to more online delivery centered services. And as a result, traditionally in person businesses have depleted, and this has resulted in people being more online. Social media culture hasn't changed. I would say it just became more prevalent because what are you going to do when there is a lockdown? And why I'm bringing this up is because the perceptions haven't drastically changed. They just got embedded into different layers. We are no strangers to disease and viruses, but people act as if like this is the worst virus ever. It has taken so many lives, and I'm not undermining the seriousness of the situation, nor I am undermining the importance of lockdown and social distancing. What I'm saying in this video is that the perceptions of things from interaction have changed. But let's talk about the perceptions of things that haven't changed but just became worse. For example, mental health conditions, chronic illnesses, and other conditions that were generally ignored or largely unattended to uh, pre lockdown were swept under the table. As a result, this caused more and more distress and more issues. And people used this virus in order to justify their greed, their selfishness, their cold heartedness, capitalism has always played a part in society's problems, but capitalism really got a forefront during the lockdown, especially because people hide the fact that, oh, it's a disaster, but without pointing out that people marked up the price, people restricted like certain items so that you buy more. Influencers really exploited the hell out of their followers, and it is because of a pandemic, and it is the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and the perception of like kindness that was fake to begin with really eroded as people threw it out the window and basically forgot common decency, and beyond the exploitation just became plain out rude. Cough, they look down at you. Have a cold, look down at you. Everything has shifted towards COVID 19. Oh, you might have COVID 19. And it really bred this environment of paranoia and distrust, and Corona has monopolized the discussions of importance, health issues, especially because we have to really address the systematic failures and how that corona has been used, COVID 19 has been used to disguise that and often ignore the conversations that need to be held. Therefore, like the attitudes that are being justified by a global pandemic don't hold water, and people should take accountability for their actions, not hide behind fear mongering. And this really bred basic fear and conspiracy theories. And reality and fact checking just went out the window.